What?
Tell your joke.
Oh, okay.
You
It's
can.
kind of a naughty one, but I think it's funny. I rate my jokes on how many laughs I get when I used to work, and this one got a lot of them. And if I told you this before, then correct me. Well, here was a wife for the last 10 years in a row was bugging her husband, big, burly, works in the steel plant. And she says, every time before Christmas, I want a mink coat. I want a mink coat.
I don't remember this.
Anyway, well, it's naughty, but you'll think it's funny until other people. And he says, you don't get a mink coat. You don't get a mink coat. So finally, after the 10th year, you remember this one, Lois?
I don't know I ever heard it.
Oh,
No.
You've heard it. After the 10th year, and now remember, he's a big burly guy, works in the field. She says, I'll make a bet with you, and if I win the bet, do I get the mink coat? Yeah. Okay. So, Ma, what's the bet? I got more hair in my chest than you do in yours. Ha! You're gonna lose. Takes her shirt off. Go, ah. But she lifts up her dress. Ah. No, I'm not. And he says, what are you doing? That ain't your chest. He says, sure is. Before we got married, it was your whole chest. When we got married, it was your tool. And if I don't get the new coat, it's the community chest. She got the new coat. You don't remember that one, Laurie?
I never
No. No. Say hi to Karen and
Hi,
Irvin and Cindy. We'll send this to Cindy. Say hi, Lois. Karen wanted to greet you, Lois. Also, I'm supposed to give you a hug when I get up. From Karen. All right, we'll turn it off. Say hi to Karen, Irvin.
Hello, Karen. Oh, she can hear me too?
Well, yeah, when I do this at home.
Oh, okay.
You can just give her a greeting. Give her some wise moments. What do you want to tell her?
Let's see. I don't know.
Tell her that.
Confucius say, he who fly upside down end up by cracking.
All right, that is the end of the video.
So we'll call it El Gracco's Bar, right?
Yeah.
Well, Fifi decides to lift his leg. He got electrified. He's alive. But
Why would they have a neon light on the floor?
Well, it's a basement business downstairs.
Oh.
You see? And so he got his pee-pee electrified. And according to the article, the dog actually jumped off his feet.
There you go. Is that going to do it? Are you going to get undone now? Ooh, no, it's got one.
Oh, I'm on a roll now. I just thought of another one. I don't
Okay.
ever. This is one of my favorites too.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Superman was in really good spirit. I am going to fly through the air, and I am going to visit.
No,
I'm going to visit Batwoman. Okay.
Batwoman.
So he's really fast. He flies in, and Batwoman's not here. Okay, I'll go visit Wonder Woman. So he goes flying around, and here she is in her penthouse, but she was on the top floor, outside, swimming pool and everything else, and she was sunning herself. Ooh. So, you never heard this?
Yes, but I'd like to hear it again.
So Superman comes down, bap, 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 and leaves. And Wonder Woman goes, what was that? The Invisible Man says, I don't know, but my butt hurts.
Who answered?
The Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man. My butt hurts. You have a way with those things.
This year, the one, I'll stop pretty soon, but when I get on a roll,
You got it.
Tarzan, how he got his yell?
Go ahead.
See, Well, a lot of people don't know this, but you know, you go to these movies, and that's the one thing. If you don't remember the movie, you remember the chimpanzee, and you remember Tarzan's famous yell. Ah!
Oh yeah.
But what people don't know, how he got that yell, how he got it. See, their mode of transportation in the jungle was these great big vines. And he'd go and grab a vine and go swing to the next tree and grab another vine. So finally, things are going well for Tarzan and his wife Jane. And one tree looked a little far. And what should I do, Tarzan? Well, do as you always do. Grab hold. No, the vine! Ah! From then on, he had a high-pitched voice.
I thought you'd enjoy this, Karen and Mike and Cindy. You're just, look at this beautiful day. The sun is setting.
Yeah, it's been nice all.
It's about 74, 75. No, well, little bugs, but not many.
Oh, no, this is
not much. And there's little Major down there. Is that his name, Major?
Oh, your tire's in good shape. Are those original? Do you have to? Well, you don't put many miles on.
No, there's like only about 11,000 on that car. We don't.
2008.
Yep.
I know.
We don't go too far. How can you tell if the threads are good?
Oh, I just look at the thread.
Because you can see a lot of black?
No, I can see a lot of thread, and that tells me it's the tires.
Oh, the little pieces of thread.
You know, I've only got 57,000 on this, and this is a 2001.
Okay. Yeah, those look like. All right.
I have two sets, a summer and a winter set. That's the ones where they would put the new valves on, so I had to find somebody to do it.
I forgot the name of this chair already. Lafuma? Lafuma. I must find Lafuma.
No, I don't know. Lafuma? I don't remember.
When we get to, are we going out to the lodge tonight, by the way?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Lafuma.
Lafuma.
All right. Laurie, say hi to Karen and
Karen, how are you?
and Mike and is Cindy. Well, stop that. All right. Well, anyway, Laurie's got a cool new T-shirt on. It says, "This is my cat," and it's a famous angry cat. No, this is my happy face.
This is Grumpy Cat.
Happy face. There you go. All right. Did I tell you Cindy's going to Disney World next week?
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Going with her?
Well, it's because, he's having a special meeting for the top sales, whatever.
Because half the time I don't know what's going on. One time she'll call me, I'm trying to throw Glenn out. Next time he's okay.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard from her lately. I think she's really busy trying to sell homes, and it's not.
No, she said she didn't do well. I talked to her a couple of weeks ago. She was going very poorly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sign off right now because you have to look and see me now. I didn't even have to wear long sleeves. I wore this and I brought a jacket along, but it's so nice out here.
Very, very comfortable.
Very nice. Irvin ordered nice
out
one.
in the lake, though. Ooh.
Oh, well, yeah, glad you had a hat on. I can see your face is tan.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, I brought extra gas. So the baker had his shirt off, and the oil and the grease was just rolling down his belly. It looked gross. And he was taking cookie dough on his belly button to make a design. And she says, "That is very gross. I am not going to buy cookies from you. Tomorrow at 2, come in and we'll show you how we make donuts."
Oh, no. They had some really nice mugs.
It wasn't donuts this way either.
Boom! And Dad came out, butt naked with his pants up to his kneecaps. And he saw me laughing. And he saw all the else just looking at him butt naked. His face turned beet red. "I'm gonna tell ya!" So I was hiding in the woods for several hours. And finally they yell out, "Irvin, you can come for supper. Dad ain't gonna kill you." Well, they had that red, good thing, the relatives were there. Big redwood table there.
Yeah.
And he was looking at me. Then I told you about the blown engine, didn't I? That's another thing I did.
The blown engine.
She had a Willis.
The Willis Jeep. I remember coming home once.
Well,
and
they let me use it one week at college. And I was with some college upperclassmen. That had a little four-cylinder, no power at all. You could only do 70, 75 pounds. So take it out on the freeway, and I took it out there. It was really revving, but no big deal. So I drive back for the weekend, and Dad decides, well, with the whole family, we're going to go to the cottage of the Jeep. Okay, no big deal. So we go to the cottage of the Jeep. Fine, great. We're about 2-3 miles out of Detroit, like something. Boom! And I look out the rear window, and there goes the black motor down the road.
I remember something falling off.
Yeah, it blew out the back, and then he's, what did you do with it? Nothing, Dad. Nothing.
What did we do? We had to.
Well, no, here's what he did. There was a word, buy a home, kind of out in the country. And they went in and called Fingelson. That was his gas station.
Geez, that sounds familiar.
And anyway, they came out and they gave me a ride. Dad wanted to stay with the car. And I went back and got the Edsel and then drove everybody back. And then Fingelson hauled the car and Dad put a reback in it.
I love that Jeep.
Yeah, he had more problems with that. One time, a bunch of us kids, I had a Jeep, a bunch of kids in it, and then there's another car. And they were ahead of me. And then I started noticing that the heat gauge was...
It was always cold in there.
Yeah. So anyway, there was a little gas station out in the middle of nowhere. And I decided, well, let them check it. The guy, he had a kid that didn't know his left hand from his right. You got no water in the radiator. Well, okay, put some water with antifreeze, because it's the wintertime. I estimated he had 50 gallons in that sucker. And they don't take 50 gallons. Yeah, anyway, what I didn't know was, and this was not my fault, it had blown a head gasket. And when you blow a head gasket, the water, instead of just staying in this jacket, and it goes into the engine, goes into the engine, goes into the engine. And then when you started the Jeep, you don't start it with a key.
You pulled something out.
You had a plunger, and you step on this metal plunger.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And in those days, antifreeze was purple. And you look out the tailpipe, there's purple water shooting out.
You redid that whole interior. I remember going with you.
I buffed the exterior. It looked beautiful, and Dad sold it for next to nothing.
$200. That was terrible.
Yeah, he did that though. And we had that beautiful boat in the motor. He sold that for $600.
Oh.
And then another thing they did, I didn't say anything because it wasn't my place, but it wasn't right. And I don't know if they ever did this to you or Cindy, but they did this to Karen and myself. So one year, Karen was taking piano lessons, and this happened more than once, and I'm taking violin lessons. So for Christmas, they gave us a special gift. She got that off-white Wurlitzer piano. That was her Christmas gift.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Or her one and only gift. And mine was the violin. And then over the years, we bought them, we take them back. They took them back.
Yeah, because I didn't know. I knew you played the violin, so I
they
just...
took them back.
But I didn't remember that's why we got the piano.
Yeah. Whatever happened to violin?
The violin, I think that went in a garage sale way back in Wisconsin.
I bet you didn't know what you had.
I tried to play it. I tried to play violin.
But I bet you got it, sold it for next to nothing.
Probably.
Here's the thing. When I was taking my lessons, my instructor said, "Let me look at your violin," because she thought it looked unusually nice for somebody.
It was. I remember how pretty it was.
But then all you do is you look in the S, and they stamp inside on paper the manufacturer. And she says, "This is made in Mittenwald, Germany." And I said, "That means nothing to me." She says, "You have a very expensive violin." Back in those, she estimated that was probably an $800 violin.
Why would they spend that much? Well, the piano was a lot too.
Yeah, my guess is they got a deal somehow. But anyway, $800, and the bow had a pearl inlay in it, and that was a mahogany bow.
Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah. Anyway, and on today's prices, that violin would probably be $8,000 to $10,000.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
But I remember when we had it in the, I remember it had a long crack in the casing, a hairline crack in the casing.
The moisture got at it.
Yeah, it wasn't anything, it was broke, but there was a crack in the wood.
Yeah. The moisture got it. It was in a cold garage or something.
I don't remember.
My guess is that's what
The
happened.
piano.
Hmm?
Let's see what happened to the piano.
Oh, I remember Mom sold that. I remember.
Okay, but we've got Aunt Beulah's piano still, and it's the same color. It looks the same as what we had. But that's in the garage too, Irvin.
But see, she did things like that. And I remember I wanted as a second car Aunt Beulah's Buick. No, that's her car and I get it. No, then what happens after she gets the Buick? It sits in the other garage and you can't take any vehicle and let them sit. Because here's what happens. The transmission and especially the engine, there are rubber seals and they dry out. And that's exactly what happened to that Buick. She told me, oh, I don't know what to do with that car. And there's spots all over the floor. She didn't use it. They dry out. So you have to get the engine hot and then it keeps those seals going.
Oh.
And so then she sells it to
Scott,
Missy or whatever.
Scott and Missy.
And somebody steals the car and strips it.
And strips it. That was sad. And there was something wrong with the engine, though. I remember when
That's what was wrong with the engine.
when it would kind of jerk or hesitate when I was going down the highway. And
That's not the engine, that's the
That's the
transmission.
transmission.
That's the transmission.
well, I remember poor Aunt Beulah before she died, she had ordered a brand new Buick, and she was going to pick it up the next week, and use this one as a trade-in. But there again, the doctor, she was having these headaches, and they told her to go at a specialist.
Oh, she was having headaches.
She was having headaches, and they were getting worse and worse, and she had an
a
appointment. She had an appointment, but that aneurysm just did it.
And she was 70-something.
Very young, too young. It's just like, I remember in my mind how Mom described how Walter told her that she went to lay on the couch, she was making supper, and she had this excruciating headache, and she couldn't stand it, and he kept looking after her, and then all of a sudden her bladder, she couldn't control her, and then when he looked at her, she was gone. Of course, they took her to the hospital, but it was too late.
But it's so sad that Mom couldn't go to Grandma or Aunt Beulah's funeral.
Oh, I know what happened both times, Irvin, because
Well, Mom wasn't.
well, she drank an awful lot right after both of those things happened, and I guess I did too. So,
Well,
but
that's
she
sad.
couldn't handle things, and when she got stuff from Aunt Beulah, that's just how she was. I told her we needed to sell Aunt Beulah's things in the garage because they were going to go to waste, her buffet and all, and they did. They got tossed out because
Exactly.
she just wanted just something from her childhood, I think. Just hang on to everything. My husband would say I am kind of a squirrel. He says I hoard, and I do not hoard, Ed. I just buy things that we need, and then I buy extra, so if they
I'm the same way.
fall apart, I've got a backup.
I'm the same way. I have tons of watches, tons of clocks. Now I got. I still have two little binoculars, two little midgets.
I'm sorry.
Too many things, Now you come
Boy,
down
and
there
I
Christmas.
ripped off his binoculars.
Maybe I have a clock or two I want to get rid of. I'm
Yeah.
sure I do.
Did you get rid of your chairs you had in your garage?
Well, come to find out, somebody from her church, divorce or separation or something, he burned their house down.
Oh my God.
Because he was upset with the
And
divorce.
so I'm going to let her have my chair. She can have it.
Well, good. That's good. Just, the longer things stays in